You guys like fish?
I do like fish.
I,
You guys like fish?
I'm not a big fan of fish.
You guys like fish?
Really?
Yeah, well, I hope you are ready to fish
I'm a fan
for
of a
some
fisherman.
information, because it's now time for the Liquid Courage podcast, where we
He did
are going to
think.
go through a couple episodes, well, one episode, of Courage the Cowardly Dog in a weird, deep analysis that you didn't ask for, but here we are. I'm Taylor. Sheldon is there,
Yeah, sure am.
and so is Tim.
Hello.
I like how that no matter how I intro it, sometimes it's organic, sometimes it's forced, sometimes it's an organic force.
Yeah,
I don't want you to ever say that again.
It's
I
an
don't want to hear
organic
about.
force.
I don't want to
It's
hear
like,
about your organic force.
I'm gonna start a corporation like Gwyneth Paltrow did, and
Goop?
we're just gonna goop it all
We're
up
gonna
here.
goop
Except
this
we're gonna
thing
call
down.
it. We're gonna call it Gloopy.
No. Coop. We'll call it Coop. Courage.
Oh, courage! Oh, courage goop. Got it.
Yeah. Kagoop.
That made me feel even worse.
Kagoop. I like it. This is my
That
company.
sounds. I don't like. Here's the thing. That one sounds like it could get us in actual legal trouble.
I don't know what. No, I made that up.
Sure, it's a funny. Haha.
It's a joke. Don't hurt me.
All right. How are you guys?
Good.
All right.
Good. We have watched season 3, episode 10.
Yeah, we're
At
getting
this
close
point.
to the end, aren't we?
Of
Season
getting-
3.
I mean,
at least.
we've had some setbacks for season 3 because of moving and things that we've all been dealing with. But
We started this.
we-
We started the season. I had 2 different jobs ago.
yeah,
that was
brother,
a sentence I said.
you did. But how do you guys feel about fishing? You guys like fishing?
I actually
Yeah.
hate fishing. Like,
I like
Like,
fishing
just-
if a lot of beer is involved.
it's a
What are
lot
you-
of waiting.
A lot of waiting. We'll see. Well,
Yeah, I don't have the patience for it.
I get
that's
that.
because Sheldon, where we grew up, we didn't have good fishing spots. The closest good fishing spot was 2 hours away, and so it causes some issues. But we are here to talk about some fucking fishy business
The fishiest of business.
with our boy Courage, the Cowardly Dog. And
That's his millennial name, his Gen Z name.
Courage,
Courage.
the Cowardly Frog,
Doog?
Doogie Howser. But what do you guys? Do you guys think fish feel pain?
Yes.
All right, that's all.
All right.
I didn't have anything else to do with that. All right, podcast over. So fishy business. We had fishy business being angry, nasty people who has a return of one of our past boys. One of our, honestly, not necessarily one we probably thought would actually show up again, but he does. But let's talk about fishy business, shall we?
I know it's hard to talk about D-Long this early in the episode, but
Oh, he's a twofer. He's got both.
he's in both sides. That's right.
He's in both. DeLong is in both. So we've got fishy business, and it is a trip of an episode. Lot of over. Well, there's some overtones that we'll get to in a bit. But we start off in our farmhouse. Our farmhouse that we all know and love. And at this time in our farmhouse, we have a new addition to the Bag household.
We'll call.
Does he actually have a name?
We'll
He
call
is
him
never
Jeffrey
named.
Dahmer the fish.
No, we're not. Nope, stop. No, I refuse.
Uh-huh.
Nope. We all get one veto. I'm making this rule now.
Oh
Wait.
wow. Okay.
You guys try to veto my thing every time.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Listen, him and I already used our vetoes, so it's really up to you, Tim.
No, we didn't.
because it
That
still
you
happens.
know.
You
No,
just
we
said
didn't.
you used the
We
vetoes.
didn't. No, we didn't veto. No, that's a running silly haha. This is a real veto.
Wait,
I
you guys
refuse
love
to.
the facts?
I refuse to let this fish be called Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't care if it's October. I don't care if we're gonna date this by talking about the Netflix series Dahmer that came out. I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, you're not dating at that point. Like,
Well, I
I
wasn't
did
dating
it.
because his name was Jeffrey Dahmer. Because of the joke.
Because we're
later.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah, jackass.
No. Hey Tim, cut all this out.
wait, what?
No, leave it in. It's funny.
Yeah.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Okay. Well. Well, I'm an ass.
Anyway, guys.
So there's a fish,
Fish.
In the house, and Courage is trying to teach the fish to jump through a hoop. And I think that is a struggle of anyone who ever had a fish as a child. When you slowly realize that fish do nothing. I think there's an arc.
Yeah.
There's a graph to fish ownership, and it's like the first
First
like
week of a fish.
well, no, I think it's like the first 16 years of your life,
Right.
17 years of your life, maybe. You're like, don't give a shit about fish. There's like some people that do, but I think the majority of people is like, there's a peak at like age 6. You're like, fish. And then it's just it craters
Yep.
until you're like 22.
Yeah,
And
I
the-
can
And
see
then
that.
you're like, you're like, fish are cool again. You know?
And you know that's when you set up a camera in the Adult Swim offices, and you
Yeah.
superpose coins over it so people can watch you banter over fish collecting coins all day.
Well, and it's like I think that's, and then it plateaus at a certain point. Because as
That's
a
the
man who has
plateau.
turned 30, I'm like, I kind of want to fish.
You
Like,
you haven't evolved a pond person yet.
Yeah,
not
I
yet.
like no, and that's like a 60s spike that only hits 10% of the population. But like, I kind of want to fish, and I acknowledge that a fish is gonna do fuck all. I just kind of want to watch him.
You want
You know
the
what I mean?
ambience of a fish.
I just want like the tranquility of being like, I got some
Right.
fish.
Yeah.
It's
You
me
know?
who's shepherding his fish. Who just.
But I also
literally
don't
may
want
die
to clean
every
a
time.
fish tank. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't feed him
Yeah.
bologna either. That does not go over well.
What was the one that? Nah, it doesn't matter. Just don't feed your fish. Let them die.
that's
God.
that
Jesus.
is not the official stance of the podcast.
Feed him, but don't feed him bologna.
I would be so fucking happy if we got a fucking fish sponsorship.
And Fishy
You know,
Joe's
that
is
Sheldon
sponsoring the
guy, he's
podcast.
speaking.
It's
Speaking
actually
of-
Bass Pro Shop, and it's the inverse.
It's wormy bait.
But okay, so Courage has this fish, and he's new, and
He's
he's
an
doing
asshole, kind of.
He's doing that thing that every kid does, where he's like, I want this fish to do anything, and it just doesn't. And there's someone watching from a window that we see.
Creepily, by the way, with
Yeah.
that Innsmouth look.
Yeah, with that Innsmouth look.
Yeah.
And
Bug
as
eyes and big lips.
Jeez.
and there's a not they're hanging out, and then Muriel comes in with sushi, the grayest sushi I've ever seen. And she tries to feed it to Eustace, who takes it because he's
You
just
you know how it's gonna end. Eustace isn't fucking cultured.
it
I
doesn't but
myself-
it doesn't matter what she feeds him. He's always a dick. But go ahead.
It's just one of the, it's like I myself don't appreciate sushi for what it is, but it's still like Eustace is definitely not gonna like sushi. I don't even know why she bothered.
I'll fuck up some sushi. And he asks her what it is. She says cold fish. He spits it out. Courage goes to try it, and then a shocked fish is like, "How could you?"
How could you do this thing? How
And
could you?
how could you? And that's when we have a knock at the door, and our antagonist enters. And it's a fissionary.
That's what I was waiting for you to say.
Everyone's favorite position. Fissionary.
It's where you both don't do
No.
anything. Oh,
That's
no.
called
It's
soaking.
it's where they lie there like a fish.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
No. God, all these are bad.
Well, if we're big in Mormon areas, one of them's gonna get that joke.
I got it. I know it is.
And
That's all that matters.
well, Salt Lake City, shout out.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know why, but my brain, and I know it's not right, but my brain was like, they're never gonna hear this. They don't have technology. And I was like, that's the Amish. That's a different
Salt
subset
Lake
of people,
City,
Taylor.
That
That's
wasteland. Ugh.
Wasteland in Salt Lake City. Things corrode.
Mitt Romney roams the land.
I was just like, I'm gonna go fucking hard on Salt Lake. I have fucking no feelings on
Yeah.
Salt Lake City.
I almost lived
I have
there.
zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have had all of the. Yeah, you could have had all the 6% beer you wanted.
Yeah, I know, but you can't get it at a bar because there's no bars. They're bar and grills. They don't serve food. They're not allowed to operate.
That's actually not true. I looked it up the other night while having a debate with someone else.
Really?
They just lied to you, Tim.
They can have bars. It's just weird. This is not a Salt Lake City cast.
Nope.
And a fish. Nope. I can't. Nope. Nope. And so Salt Lake. Nope.
So Salt Lake.
The fissionary is the fish lady. That was the in that Innsmouth look.
She's got problems.
She is a fish woman, and she's literally a fish in a habit. And she is offering to take.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you join our school bus?
Well,
and,
yeah.
Go back to whence you came.
Yeah.
Which everyone believes is Scotland, or was it
Dude,
Ireland?
It was Scotland. It was Scotland. 2002. Weird time for turn of phrases.
1001 Dalmatians.
And they get in the bus and they take off.
Because of course they do. It's free. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Eustace is super stoked. Free vacation? Fuck yeah.
I mean, if I was offered a free vacation, I'd probably be like, oh, well.
Well, and then we go off the rails.
Then you gotta go to Salt Lake City.
And you gotta go to Salt Lake City.
There's the rub.
You have to trek across the entire United States because you ran out of Arkansas. And
oh no, who's a native?
And the fish takes the booze, and the booze goes under water, and they go underwater, and they enter a air-filled courtroom.
You know what? I know what you're about to say because you're thinking it real loud.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do these fish have a city that has an air bubble?
They have an air bubble.
Tribunals.
Okay, but fucking they clearly, very clearly.
But it's the whole city, Tim.
Yeah, and also very clearly have the ability to be outside of. So, dear listener, for you to understand what we're complaining about is that when they hit the air bubble court area thing, all of the fish in there are wearing the SpongeBob fishbowl like thing.
This came out before SpongeBob.
Let's see. What this is 2002.
We'll vamp. While someone figures it out. But so they and it doesn't make any sense because they go underwater. The fissionary was on land initially without a bubble. And
she did ask for a glass of water to splash.
Yeah, but she drove the bus the entire way.
But she was wearing the helmet in the bus.
What?
She was.
Okay, I'll concede.
It's the equivalent of the bus driver shutting the door to the rest of the passengers. Like,
I
I
was
don't want to deal with this shit.
Sandy
well,
appeared in SpongeBob in 1999.
there you go. So this is they do this whole thing and they go underwater to this air bubble and that's where they have this tribunal and I find that really fucking silly. It's a cartoon, I know, but continuity. Come on. Why would you build an entire air bubble underwater?
Like they
Just
even kind of open a window for the jury who are just fish floating out in the ocean. They
yes,
could have
to
just
come
did that for the
in.
judges. They could have just
Yes.
did that for the judges too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just also just like make the other people wear it.
And the octopus doesn't even have to wear a helmet.
He
He's one of the few
doesn't.
fish he's one of the few fish that can
He would have been
fucking do it.
fine.
Anyway,
And so they
I'm
get
just
under.
saying.
They go to court. They have a bailiff. They got a judge. The judges are supposed to be puffer fishes. They're just fish. Lazy art. I'm gonna be honest. Lazy art.
I
You
mean,
couldn't tell they were puffer fish.
I mean, there are pufferfish that don't have the big
Don't
spiny
care.
noodles, but those are the only pufferfish that we care about.
In a cartoon,
You need
spines. Gotta have spines.
You gotta have spines.
And the bailiff is an octopus. Cool.
For
He's
reason.
neat. Yeah. And they are found guilty by this kangaroo court.
For
How
doing too much
Dare you?
above land things like
For
walking
part-
and watching television or
It
the
is-
sound and noise box or something. like that.
Yes, and it's literally for
And
watching
for
television, for having a pet fish, and for eating seafood, enslaving a fish, if is what they say.
We forgot. We just glazed over that fish.
Yeah, we
Well,
forgot about
and so
slavery.
we're gonna. No, I think we're gonna. I have a way to do it at the end.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna
and-
talk about slavery at the end, of course.
Yes.
No. And
That's how we do it
the
in the history class. Too.
no. You do it in
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I know.
yeah. Chronological. I
if you're a good history teacher, you understand the implications. You go through it and you talk about it being like a backbone of American society, and also that slavery did happen throughout history, but chattel slavery is inherently different than that type of slavery. And if anyone has any issues with it, you can email me at whitehouse.com.
That's right. And we literally talked about this yesterday, actually.
And so they're sentenced for doing uncivilized behavior to
Which is-
live in a bowl.
You know.
And the bowl will convert humans to fish
Eventually.
eventually. And so they're given temporary gills,
Eventually.
which
Like that, they're talking about evolution, right? Like those temporary
Yep.
gills might as well be permanent, because
Yeah.
they're not gonna change.
well, we're in the courage verse though. Like we watch people
yeah.
turn into washing machines. So
Okay,
Literally,
you know
Muriel.
what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wrecking
Yeah.
balls, watching machines,
I mean,
yeah,
D. Long seemed to really enjoy them.
spiders,
yeah, snake.
creepy turtle
Um,
people.
But as Tim pointed out, the idea of just like detachable fucking gills.
Oh, I'd buy that in a second.
Yeah, that's a $1 million product right there, if not a national security risk.
These
Tech
fish-
to the goddamn degree, baby.
These
Yeah.
fish could be running the shadow government if they just knew the right people.
I mean, they did form a tribunal, so I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're also driving a school bus. They could
True.
have much better vehicles if they,
Well,
if they were
you know.
actually running shit.
yeah,
Well,
but if you were actually
well.
running shit, would you be driving a Mercedes or to make sure everyone knew you were running shit, or would you drive a
Yes.
school bus? Ow, I just hit my mic. I don't know. That
And
hurt.
that-
no,
that's
no,
the
Tim,
world
that wasn't your
itself.
mic. That was me punching you in the face. and
Oh
coming
no,
back to right
Sheldon!
there.
Oh, I got a black eye now.
Oh god, he reached me. How did he reach me? So
Ow.
they have this. They toss him into the bowl, and that's the bulk of the episode. Is Courage being like, we got to get out of this bowl, and Muriel and Eustace acclimating
Alright.
too quickly to the bowl.
They're like, hey, fish, life isn't so bad. We get
Hey,
fish
like,
food.
Yeah.
This TV sucks, but I'll eventually get used to it.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
this
There's
sad
a
farmer
bubble test.
inside.
And yeah, and they like they are
That's
they're
it.
just like
They're
yeah,
fish.
that's just it.
You know, if I
They're
could
fish
settle
now.
into a role as fast as they do, my life would just be a little bit better.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know,
Yeah,
Um,
same.
method
and then
acting at its finest.
yeah, Gary Oldman. And then you see D Long is
Gay
the
old man.
example because he has been turned into fish.
I mean, yeah, he kind of turned into a fish. When they see him, he's still talking like a human. He's
Yeah.
swimming around in the fishbowl, and then they just grab him out of it, and throw him in the ocean. So, like, yeah, he's fish. Yeah,
No,
fuck
he's
it.
fine. He's fine.
close enough.
Probably.
Yeah, he's still got temporary gills. He's fine.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
breathe. Yeah.
But this is where our titular hero Courage is not gonna stand for this shit. And so he does it. He jumps out. He rips his gills off. He fights the octopi.
He uses the octopi as a rope to get his family out of there.
Yeah.
Tortures
You know,
the octopus.
Like
Yeah.
one does. You take
Yeah.
the octopus and you make him a rope.
Medieval
That's what-
torture. It's
That's
fine.
octopus rope historically goes back millennia.
Oh, how many tentacles did it take?
Too many.
Which is why the
Oh.
octopi do not like us anymore.
So that's why they will eventually be the dominant species.
Is that why?
That's why we have to kill them now.
I hear
Oh, no.
crabs will become the dominant species. Like in most
No.
environments, things
Everything
evolve to be
becomes crab.
God, I
Yeah.
hope not, because I'm allergic to shellfish, and that will not end well for me.
Till be
Yes,
allergic
ma-
to himself.
Yes, Matt.
Tim just looks and just chitting his claws. And he's just, oh no, as he begins to swell up.
I swell up before they even try to kill me.
We just make the movie fucking Tusk or whatever it is.
But we call it
just-
Claw.
Oh no!
Uh,
Don't pitch
I
this,
stopped
Kevin Smith.
Screaming as he waves his arms around.
Kevin Smith will
and
write
sneezing.
And sneezing.
Yeah, and so they're out. They break out of the bubble. The fish judges see them. They chase them on lobsters.
Because one does.
which is
Why-
terrifying to me.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? And
That's the equivalent of us riding giant cockroaches out to chase something.
Not as terrifying as a
time.
shellfish coming towards me.
Fallout 5.
well, we might live it.
Yeah, I don't
Uh-huh.
want to talk about that.
And they go, they chase them back to the farmhouse, and this is when the reveal happens that as the door opens, they find the fissionary being fanned by very muscular men and watching TV and
Yeah.
eating sushi.
A couple of Kevin Sorbos.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Whoosh.
Yeah, 2000s era Kevin Sorbo though. So like, if you're listening to this and you're like, that guy, it's fine. It's Hercules.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god!
What
And
are you doing?
the fish judges get mad. One puffs so much he loses all his water,
You okay?
and
Yeah.
and they take they have the bailiff grab the fissionary because she herself has fallen to uncivilized behavior.
Oh no.
And then we hear the sound of suctions and
Whoops.
whippings, and they take her away. And this is the point where this is where it all ends, right? It's fine. They're back in the thing. Eustace is accustomed to
He's
seafood or
addicted
fish
to
food.
fish flakes, you know.
Yeah. But like, I got a couple things. The first thing is that pet fish, and the joke that Sheldon made is golden, and I'm a dick.
I thought it was funnier that you overreacted the way you did.
And-
To be fair, I was like, "Oh fuck,
I
Taylor
was.
really doesn't like this joke." I made."
It makes so much more sense, and I think it's one of the more like. it's not necessarily disturbing iconography because fish obviously eat other fish.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's the concept of it, I think, that really drove it home in the moment. So when Muriel and Eustace go away with the fissionary and the sushi is left behind, and the fish was so appalled at Courage eating it,
Yeah,
when
he
they
made that
leave,
like,
yeah, when
like
they
it was a
leave,
crime to him.
well, yeah, um, when they leave, the fish hops out of the bowl and just chows the fuck down.
He gets this
Yep.
shit-eating grin, and then just goes, "I gotta see what it tastes like."
He's just gotta know.
He's
And
gotta
apparently loved it.
know. Oh no.
He loves the sweetmeats.
Oh no.
the
The
Isn't that-
fishmanity.
Isn't the word sweetmeat the worst?
Yeah, everything
it's-
we're talking about now is just
Yeah,
horrifying.
You know what
Fissionary,
it means,
sweet
right?
meat,
You know what sweetmeats mean, right?
milk meat.
Oh boys, my sweet summer children. The term sweetmeats.
Are you looking up
as
like Urban
definition.
Dictionary? What the fuck are you looking
no,
up?
he's about to tell you.
It is normally considered the organ meats. So this, like the sweetmeats or the sweetbreads, are like the glands and the pancreas and the genitalia of young animals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think you were gonna go that far. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Huh.
It is like one of the weirdest terms, man. It is such a weird term. And it for some reason is just like it's a thing that's just there. And we have a fish who's addicted to fish sweetmeat.
Ugh. Well, now when you say it like that, I don't like this at all. Do you want to know a fun fact about that fish in particular?
I would love to know a fun fact about that fish, too.
Because we have no trivia for this episode, but I did find trivia for this goldfish.
How?
So, by clicking on the goldfish tab on the wiki.
Jesus H. Christ. All right, go ahead.
The only thing they're saying is that in a previous episode that we've already covered, Night of the Scarecrow, when Courage, Muriel, and Eustace are at the county fair, a purple goldfish can be seen in a plastic bag that Courage is holding. The goldfish can be seen multiple times in Eustace's truck while the trio is driving through a cornfield. So that is the fish from earlier in the season.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's fine.
That is like the only fact. Like the production note for this show is like it was made in 2001 but came out in 2002. That doesn't matter. None of this matters.
That's what we call a normal production schedule.
Yeah, that's called actually being proactive and just getting shit done.
It's sad that my favorite part of the episode is Fissionary.
Yeah.
That's about it.
What's sad is I work in TV. Again, I had to go back to TV. Which, whatever.
It isn't your favorite predicament, but we know.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you have a bunch of stuff in the hole ready to go, just in case something like happens or like you just want to put something out later, that is a really good sign of a good production cycle and like people knowing what they're doing. Because right now in my life, no one knows what they're doing at all ever, and it is just bad. Anyways, I did write 2 actual trivia facts for us.
Go
This is
go
good.
ahead.
I like this new bit. This is my favorite new bit. Tim,
We add our own facts.
Yeah.
I have my own.
This is a good bit.
I mistyped SpongeBob and called it SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Did you notice that all the fish are wearing a helmet, which is just a fishbowl upside down with water in it? That could be a reference to SpongeBob, which premiered in 1999 with Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah. I love this. Tim, you need to go back retroactively and do this to every episode.
Every episode, right? Take them all down and re-upload them.
That's only fact number 1.
Hell yeah.
Fact number 2?
Fact number 2. you saw those men fanning the Fictionary towards the end of the episode? They totally look like Kevin Sorbo. In
Yep,
fact, they're a
this is the
reference
best.
towards Kevin
Holy shit.
Sorbo.
Oh my god, this is the best thing we've
Tim,
ever done.
You've made the best bit ever.
Yep, this is the best bit.
This is
This is the
stupid.
best bit. You can add them, right?
I can add them, actually, yeah.
Yep. Nope, those need to be added.
Okay, we'll add those. Those are the only two I had. Other than
we've become what we've hated most, boys.
Oh, that's the funniest fucking. That's such a good bit.
there's one other thing. There is a cameo that we didn't mention by King Ghidorah. I can't say his name.
King Ghidorah.
Ghidorah, yeah.
Come on, you're an MF Doom fan. You can figure it out.
He's a
It's been a
Godzilla
long
fan.
day.
Thank you very much.
I am not
King
a Godzilla
Ghidorah.
fan. He was on the TV at the beginning of the episode.
You know, there's people that pronounce it Ghidorah.
Who?
I know.
I know. It's awful.
Ghidorah.
So I can slap them.
Yeah. I give this episode. I give this episode 8 octopus arms out of 5.
Oh, perfect.
That's good. I liked it. It was silly and fun. I liked it a lot. Actually, it was a good one. And that's the only time I'm breaking the scale for now.
Oh wow.
Like the out that I gave myself.
Yeah.
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 Sheldon, do you got one, or do you want me to go?
I'll give it 4 sweet meats out of 5.
Ah, there you go. That's a good one. I like that.
I like I said, the best part of the episode's Fictionary, but I still I was interested the whole time, which is more than I can say than some other episodes. Tim,
I will give this 4.5 Savior billboards on top of school buses out of 5.
That's a good one too. And real quick, this is an episode. This is a episode all about fucking imperialism, and it's weird.
Taylor, stop bringing it up. Stop being
No,
uncivilized.
As someone who knows a lot about these things, because
he's an imperialist. Get him out of here.
Because the position that I do on a daily, I was like, this is just imperialism. Like, they Courage the Cowardly Dog did a fucking English imperialism episode of fucking
How dare
colonizing the world.
How dare you guys act differently than us?
Just some fucking white man's burden shit over here.
Well, what did they say at the end of the episode when they found the Fictionary eating sushi and watching TV?
She was doing uncivilized behavior.
Yeah.
And she was like, "But my pizza's almost ready."
I didn't know she did. I didn't know we were gonna fucking go into a goddamn King Leopold reference. Jesus. That's for all the history nerds. You know what I mean, and it's sad.
Go ahead and put that in the trivia facts.
Yeah. King Leo, you got it.
Leopold of Belgium, and it's sad. And that's it. I just want it to that. It's a reference to King Leopold of Belgium, and it's sad. That's the whole thing.
It's sad. Gotcha. Got it written down.
It's sad.
It's sad.
This is a King Leopold reference.
Look it up, nerds.
Courage facts.
Figure out why the Congo was fucked.
God.
Well, you see, they take off their left hand.
They do. They sure fucking do. The Belgians, the fucks, they got a fucking pass forever. Fuck you. You started the scramble for Africa. Shitheads.
What to me?
Hey, Tim, how you doing?
I'm good.
We have chocolate and fuck you. You did a genocide. Fuck you.
You know what Taylor sounds like? He sounds like an angry, nasty person.
I'm not though. I'm an angry, reasonable person.
That's true, actually. I agree with that.
Who wants everyone to understand shit was rough at the turn of the fucking century.
It was not good. Not good at all.
I was be better.
I was so when we went through that episode, when we went through fucking Fictionary, I was like, they're just holy shit. Oh my god. And I was like, look it up, okay, folks? Just look up.
It's actually a good question to see what would happen if another like
We'd be pissed.
yeah, another exactly. Yeah.
We'd be pissed like all the people they did. Anyway.
Angry, nasty people.
Angry, nasty people. Like King Leopold.
This show will be starring Mr. Nasty, also known as King Leopold.
There is a character named Mr. Nasty.
Yeah.
And there is actual trivia for this episode. Although the smallest synopsis I think I've ever seen for any episode.
Tim,
Really?
I have a question for you.
What's up?
Did the prediction that you made in watching come to fruition?
It did. I knew
Alright.
it did.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was going to be kind of, it's not short. We'll talk about other shit for a while. But
There's
we
a
always
lot.
Angry
do.
Nasty People is about it's about reality TV. It's lampooning reality TV.
Have you ever
And-
seen an episode where these people yell at each other and be mean and be nasty?
Oh,
And
Someone
Also-
who figures out they're
also
not
known
the
as-
father.
Also known as any episode of The Real World.
or
Jerry
any
Springer.
episode
Anyone?
of Big Brother, or
Oh, yeah.
any episode of the Murray Show,
Any
or any
Maury.
episode of Murray, any episode of Big
What was-
Wait, I already said Big Brother.
Let's
Yeah.
ask Taylor. I know you know them all. What are a bunch of these shows that are like Jerry Springer that were in like the late
Oh,
90s,
thank
early
you.
2000s?
All right, so you got Jerry Springer, obviously the king of shitty television. Then you
Yep.
got Maury,
Yep.
Maury Povich, thank you. And then you got Oprah, because she did it too. She
Yep.
likes to pretend, but she didn't, but she did. You got the fucking Jerry Springer's bodyguard, the big white guy with the bald head. I don't remember his name, but Steve
Steve Wilco.
something. No,
No, that's Sergeant Wilco.
that's something different. Anyway, he did a spin-off, but he hugged more people. You have Dr. Phil, because he did it too. Arguably the first one that, like, besides Jerry Springer, that was like this kind of talk show that shit got crazy on, was in the late 80s, early 90s, and it was the one where they were like, metal music is ruining the nation.
Is
I
that
don't remember his
That's not
name.
Ricky Lake, is it? Or whatever.
No, Ricky Lake was Ricky Lake.
Jeez,
Was
there's
it
a
Wapner?
ton of them.
No, it wasn't Wapner.
So we have the Steve Wilkos show. That I was not joking. That was actually the name of the show.
You're right.
Yeah. The Richard Bay show. Nightstand with Dick Deerick. Jerry
Yeah.
Kyle show. Tabloid. Let Them Talk. I don't know. Is that? It's either that one or Face to Face. No, those are all current. I think actually. I'm looking at this. Fuck. Let me look here.
I don't
So
know.
I know Ricky Lake, Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, Oprah, Dr. Phil, obviously, Judge. I guess Judge Judy could count for that.
Judge Judy's more fake though.
Jenny Jones, Trisha, Sally, Jesse, Raphael show. Why is this? Who get out of here?
I was thinking of, I don't remember. There was one before. Geraldo Rivera had one too at some point.
He did.
Like, there's so much trash TV. It's just that, but this is more like a It's more like a Big Brother. Like Sheldon's right. Like
Yeah.
it's more like that. Well, it's the
We have
bridge
one
between
nasty
those.
family
Oh,
member.
here we go. I have a whole list.
It's the bridge
Um,
between those. And
Tyra
anyway.
Banks did it. Tyra Banks show counts as trash.
yeah, no, well, yeah,
Geraldo, there
It's-
you go.
Ellen
Geraldo.
That's not. That's
Ellen
not on here.
DeGeneres is a trash TV show, Sheldon. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm happy you did. She often uncredits sources for things that she talked about, and also is a shitty person behind the scenes. Read the reports.
I'll never forget the one where somebody basically she forced somebody to come out as pregnant
Yeah,
when they didn't.
Dakota
want to.
Johnson,
Yeah,
just on
was
live TV.
just like, hey, so we hear you have a third member. It's just like,
I think
no.
that- Oh no, it wasn't Dakota Johnson. What she did to Dakota Johnson was like she said, "I wasn't invited to this thing," and Dakota went, "You were," and you didn't respond, and it was amazing.
Taylor, it was the Donahue show.
It was fucking Phil Donahue.
Because he did the same thing with heavy metal that he did to the Two Live Crew.
Yep.
He did the same thing, and
fucking Phil Donahue.
I did my senior project in high school over obscenity and censorship in television, and I did like half of it over the Two Live Crew.
The Supreme Court has often ruled that the Supreme Court historic ruling on obscenity. I'll tell you that story at the end.
Yeah.
Let's do Angry Nasty People right now. So,
Oh, yeah.
Angry Nasty People is a interesting little episode because it has a return of one of our good old friends that we'll talk about here in a second. But it starts off. Hang on. It starts off with Muriel and Eustace and Courage coming out of a theater of 1,001 Dalmatians, and they are coming out, and Courage is eating his pea corn, and Eustace is being a dick as usual.
Surprise!
And on the street. Go ahead.
No, I was literally saying surprised that he was being a dick.
Yeah, and on the street approaches a shambling horror.
A terror that we've only seen once before.
A terror horror that has an affection for feet.
That we saw
outside of fandoms, maybe 3 or 4 times.
The basement of the Bag household. Benton Tarantella has shown up once again and is so excited to see these angry, nasty people. And they've dealt with him before.
They don't remember.
They don't remember. He just looks kind of familiar. And he wants them to star in a new reality TV show about nasty, angry people.
God.
The more say it like that again.
You talk about this, the more I hate this wiki. Because the wiki has a 1-line synopsis of the whole episode and then has 2 paragraphs on the actual show, the Angry Nasty People show, which is inside the episode.
Yeah, this is a fucking... Well, technically, it's like a show within a show within a show.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I love Inception.
You forgot about the last show that's shown.
That's true.
So it's a reality show about angry, nasty people, and he wants to feature the Bag family. And so, essentially, the whole show is just trying to get them to be shitty. And the person who's the best at it is obviously Eustace. And so they do shitty things. They yell at a waitress. Don't do that.
Don't ever do that.
You squirt condiments on your dog.
Don't do that.
Oh God, he puts sugar on top of him. He's sweet meat.
He scares Courage to a point where he gets so scared he slices himself in half.
That was horrifying because the actual sound effect was like a brutal.
Yeah. And then he does all of these things, and the whole time Benton Tarantella is filming and just fucking foaming at the mouth like Tarantino does with Uma Thurman's feet.
This is great.
And
the whole time we were watching it, I was just like, that's great. That's so dirty. Now take off your shoes and do it again.
Now squish it with your toes.
She wears shoes. How can we see her paws? Anyway.
You can't hear it. I clapped.
He's doing all of these things, and you have all this, and Muriel and Courage is at their wits' end, and every time Brenton Tarantella's on the phone with someone named Laszlo about this great show he's going to produce, and you're going to hold that thought, Tim, until the end. And
I'm not saying it yet.
As he goes through, he's like, it's gonna be great. The real star of the show is coming. And it turns out he has a magical camera. And as the show is getting produced,
I know a lot of producers have magical cameras. They usually end up on the part of the internet that we don't like to talk.
Dan Schneider. And he is
want to be a star,
going
it's really not funny. So
it's not
funny. It's not funny.
It's not good. It should not have happened.
And he still has a job,
But
and
this is a
they're
Cartoon
going.
Network show.
You're right.
Oh,
So it's
Cartoon
well, we
Network.
didn't get into live action until the mid 2000s. So
True,
Andrew WK had to show a lot of skin though.
Drake Bell
And
did too.
that was a Nick show.
Whoops.
And
Yeah.
also, he's a criminal. He's a criminal who fled to Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, he fled to Mexico? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he
He's
lives
outta
in
here.
Mexico now because he fled. He fled to Mexico.
He's gone, baby.
He also changed his name.
Oh no.
Because he's a criminal.
Jake Fell.
Alleged. No, I think he pled guilty. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say allegedly now. Retroactively, we can fix it later.
Fix it and post him.
It's allegedly. Don't worry about it.
There it is.
Around.
Google. So they do this whole thing, and eventually Benton plugs in his camera, which also somehow broadcasts the show.
Yeah, he was the first live streamer.
Yeah.
You're right. And
mean, 2002,
Mr.
hell yeah.
Nasty appears, which is just a negative version of Eustace, and we're not gonna attempt to say what often is called that when that happens in a show, because the possibility of it not coming out 100% right. Well, we've had enough. The nature of our podcast makes it hard to say things that are perfectly fine to say, except that if slurred, one syllable
Yeah.
destroys a life.
What word would that be?
Nope.
I mean,
No.
I mean,
No. He is a
listen.
negative version of
Eustace.
Eustace, which you would think would mean he was nice, but he's actually even worse. He's Mr. Negative. Or Mr.
Oh,
Nasty.
no.
Sorry.
It
Mr.
would've been-
Nasty.
It's like, the negative versions of Eustace are actually positive.
Positive,
Yeah.
yeah, right?
And this becomes the primary focus of the rest of the episode, is just Mr. Nasty berating Muriel and Courage for
And
Eustace's
Eustace.
gain. Yeah, but Eustace doesn't care because he's
He's
making
getting
money.
Paid big fucking
Yeah.
money.
I mean, there's a point when it just shows Muriel and Courage on the street, like sitting there like they're homeless because they don't want to be part of this
Disheveled.
anymore. And then like there's tabloids
Insanity
coming
Fair.
by. Yeah, like just making fun of tabloids, and then someone comes by and yells at him like, "Hey, here's the stupid, ugly, fat people."
Here's these dumb fucking bitches.
Now,
but-
look, it's the dumb, ugly people.
I kind of want to
exactly it.
recut it and just put like bleeps in
I want to just
every
keep
time
putting
something is
different-
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the.
And you're
That's
like,
the
what
end.
did she say?
That's what he's singing to Laszlo. Never mind. Can't talk
Mm.
about that yet.
And it gets really excited. Like it goes everywhere. D. Lung shows up in the diner that they were in earlier. Everyone's loving the shitty trash TV,
Because they always do.
and they all and you have to have and that's the thing. During the time, Muriel's like, "Can we stop?" And Brent and Tarantella's all like, "Nah."
Nah, this is great.
I
Show
only
me more.
Show me more negative. Show me more nasty. And the star, he's like this. I don't remember the exact quote, and I refuse to go back. He says something along the lines of like, "You can't. I only show the nastiest as my star." And Courage was like, "Light bulb."
Yep.
So Courage destroys the floor in the living room,
And
goes
he
up
pulled out his quicksand.
his
you know.
instant quicksand.
The one next to your peaches and cream.
Yeah.
It's just on the right.
It's actually a staple in all Kansas homes is instant quicksand. It's how you get rid of the
Yeah.
vacuum cleaner salesman.
I mean, I have a bunch here. I just live in an
Just
apartment.
not enough water. Ah, fuck.
Never enough. water.
Never enough water. Yeah, they only sink to about their navel.
But
and
god
then
damn it,
it's-
did they want to leave?
And then it's real messy.
Get Could you pull me out, please?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist. And so Courage then grabs Muriel and like pretends that he's gonna toss her into the quicksand, and he's growling, and Mr. Nasty is mad, and then Brenton is like, no, this is gold, and Muriel's
He's
just
the nastiest.
he's the nastiest, and Muriel's
Done.
so mentally abused by this point that she's just like, just throw me in, dude.
Like, kill me, I'm done.
I'm a
deserve
frog,
this.
I'm a woman, it'll be better. And he has to deal, or she has to deal with all this. And this is what finally sends it all over the top. And Mr. Nasty storms off, Eustace follows, and the culmination of this episode, and the reason I'm going fast through this is because, honestly, watch, it's not a plot heavy episode.
Yeah, there's not a lot to
more
talk
plot
about.
heavy than Fissionary.
No,
I don't know. I think there's a lot more plot in that.
I would argue equal amounts of plot. Fissionary is longer plotting plot because there's like more transitionary scenes. This one is more like we got it figured out pretty quick. He knocks Breton into the quicksand, back to whence he came, in the pit under the Bag household.
And you know what? He's okay with it.
Yeah, he's like, it was so nasty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You know
he
what?
he looked at the camera when he was drowning in quicksand and went, "That's nasty."
That's exactly what we wanted for these ratings.
And like
it's like if Quentin Tarantino was kicked.
Honestly,
wait,
he's more Quentin Tarantino right now than he was in that
allegedly.
Are you saying this man's a Quentin Tarantino ripoff?
Yes.
Are you saying he's
an homage, Sheldon? It's
he's
different.
A parody. It's fine.
I thought he was a parody of George Lucas.
No, if he was a parody of George Lucas, he'd talk a lot more about jizz.
Oh, God. And he also would put Gungans everywhere for some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
He would just be like, well, actually, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the crystal skulls are the key to the end of the world.
No!
And
George,
Steven Spielberg
stop!
would have to go, George, candy, look at the candy, George.
Oh, that's some nice candy.
Oh, that's candy. I'm going to go over there.
That's
so
a
I need the money.
candy. Oh.
Said Steven Spielberg to make the fucking weird fourth Indiana Jones film that no one thinks exists.
It's okay. There's going to be
I honestly forgot until you mentioned it. So.
It's a fine film, not an Indiana Jones movie.
That's Shia LaBeouf in it. Come on, man.
That's sort of the problem.
No shit.
No. I will. This is one of those moments where I go, no, Shia's actually really good in that one.
He's actually
It's
fine.
the story that's bad.
Yeah, and it's also the position they put him in that film that makes it bad. But it's
also just the fact that fucking George Lucas legitimately believes fucking crystal skulls are real, even though they've been definitively proven that they're not.
So does Dan Aykroyd.
So that's right. Dan Aykroyd does think he has his own vodka dedicated to it.
The statement stands.
The vodka is oh god, I can't. No.
And at the end of it, we see Eustace on a talk show, the farmer and Mr. Nasty, and then Eustace gets his comeuppance because Mr. Nasty says his agent has
Isn't the agent just Mr. Nasty?
Probably.
They're each other's agents.
And he got a pay cut, and that was the big comeuppance for him. And that's the episode. It's about reality TV and how it's bad. And this was in 2002. We're in 2022. It's been 20 years. Guess what? Still shitty. That's the sum up of that, boys.
Yeah. Some would say reality TV has found its way onto the internet, and other people have been using it to their advantage on things like Twitch and YouTube. Some people would say that. I don't know who would.
And this is our official call out that Tim will fight David Dobrik.
I'll fight him in a boxing match. Hell
there
yeah!
we go. All right, figure it out.
Yeah, do it. Oh yeah, come for me.
Don't say that ever. Tim, you just made Flash animation real easy.
Hey, you know.
Come for me.
If we get any animation for this show, I'd be. You know what? Thank you. but don't use that part.
I don't think I agree with you, Tim. I don't agree with you on that statement at
No,
all.
it's gonna get.
I was
It's gonna
supposed to
get
talk
weird.
about something at the end. I don't remember what
You're
it was.
talking
Can
about,
anyone remind me?
I talked about Two Live Crew and how the Supreme Court.
Oh,
Decided
fuck yeah. Okay.
Wow, nice reminder. I didn't know what the fuck.
All right,
you
I
so,
know because I did my senior project on it.
Okay, I'm currently standing.
said.
I'm setting up for this shit.
So
You know
here's
it's serious when he's
here's the silliest shit. So there is a Supreme Court case about obscenity. There's been several actually, but there is another one that is a big silly one, and it's my favorite story about obscenity. And it is
Is it Elvis's
Yeah.
hips? That's a good one.
no.
That was one, and then there's also
Never
the
about
one with
Elvis's
Prince.
Hang on. And
Little Richard wanted to steal your sons, not your daughters.
That's fine. No, I don't. I can't. Hang on.
Yeah. Take your time.
Well, I have to, because we're on the internet, and I have to make sure that we are correct on the internet because that's my whole fucking shtick.
Is it? You have to search Supreme Court.
Yes. So
Jesus.
there's been several rulings on it. I believe this one was Miller versus California. And it was 1973. And essentially the verdict was it was about obscenity laws, and the verdict that came down was I don't know what I know what obscene is, or okay. Essentially, the verdict that came down was the idea that when it comes to porn and obscenity and other stuff in society, obscene materials are defined as those that an average person applying contemporary community standards would take as like upsetting. But the addition to that was it would lack serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value.
Did you really say
Meaning that there is a whole bunch of things that goes into it, and essentially the idea is like I don't know what obscenity I don't know what obscenity is, but I'll know it when I see it.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
And that's the whole thing, though. But it protects obscenity. Well, it protects a whole bunch of shit under the First Amendment because this was the whole ruling. But the story that comes out of it is the funny part. And the funny part is because of this whole case about like is pornography protected under the First Amendment? The answer is yes, because it's art.
Yeah,
but that's the ruling.
Yeah.
Is
It
that you have to go through this whole thing, and so obscenity itself is hard to define because it's just you can't do it. Is essentially this ruling. But the funny story that comes out of this is during the process of determining what is offensive, what is this way, the Supreme Court justices had to watch a lot of pornography.
I remember. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I also covered this in my senior
this is under the Burger Court, and one of the justices was a very old man, and he could not really see anymore, and he had to have an aide pretty much work with him on everything. And so
what's happening now?
My favorite fucking idea or story that comes out of this is that there's this poor judicial aide. He's gone to college. He's got this little internship. He's trying to make a name for himself in the legal jargon. Has to sit next to a doddering old man and explain every time the justices see a new piece of evidence or a new piece of porn, what is happening to him, he has to describe what is happening, to him.
Well, sir, she's upside down.
He couldn't see, and that's the fucking. If that's not the telling of an American government system, I don't know what is. Is that you have people who are so fucking old that by this point they are legally unable to probably drive a car, and yet are able to
In
make
charge
these
of people's
rulings.
lives.
I mean, that's what happened in the Two Live Crew case too. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't go to. I don't think that one went to Supreme Court, but it went to like a state court in Florida, which should say a lot.
Well, sir, she asks where do you. Well, he asks where do you want it, and
Yeah,
It's so funny.
they went through
It's
the
then
same
so
she
shit.
goes,
funny.
They had
I
to
don't
play. They had to play porn in there too, because like the Two Live Crew's lawyer was actually really good, surprisingly, in
Yeah.
this situation. He just fucking mopped the floor of him.
He was arguing like what we're doing is not not as obscene as what this is, and this
Yeah.
is allowed. So
So what the fuck's
how
going
is it
on?
different?
Yeah. Why? Fuck you, Navarro. Like that's like
Yeah.
at
And
one point.
it is amazing, and it's one of the times in which the Supreme Court gets shit right. Is just like, yeah, in a fucking country where you have the freedom of speech and the freedom of press and all this shit, there's a bunch of shit that's just you're allowed to do, even though you might not like it. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That's just how shit works. And I fucking love that little tidbit. It's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read in my entire life. And and now you get to take it with you, dear
Yeah.
listener, that at one point in time the Supreme Court had to have a ruling on pornography, and that one of the justices was so fucking old they had to have a young buck sit next to him and whisper in his ear what was happening the entire time.
God.
The young buck had to pretend he didn't know what was going on.
I've never
Oh,
seen this
never
before.
seen anything like this before.
Whoa.
Wow. I don't even
Oh,
have.
man,
I don't have an
how
AOL
obscene.
account.
Oh,
God,
so dumb.
there is
Let's go nuts. Number 69.
slightly pulling us back.
Gold nuts
to
for
courage.
cocoa nuts.
There is trivia for this episode.
That's
Oh,
As
what
is
well
Seth
as-
Green's character will
Did
do
you
in the
put it?
Mario movie. Go ahead.
Oh no. Also, there are errors in production notes. Let's start with the error first.
Ugh, fine.
And this is a fun error. You guys will appreciate this. And Taylor, you might actually look this up if you want to. If not,
Huh. Yeah, no, I see it. I hate it.
when
That's not how that works.
it is actually how that works. So
No,
when-
it's how that works, but where the camera... Nope.
yeah. So when
It's
Benton,
not how it should.
when Benton
Ugh.
Tarantella watches himself drowning in quicksand, the camera should film the TV too, but it doesn't. So if for those who didn't watch the episode yet, the quicksand pit that Benton Tarantella falls into and eventually meets his demise in is right in front of the bag's TV. And so when he jumps in, he drops the camera in a way that it looks actually at the TV as well. So the
Yeah.
shot is showing him sinking in quicksand. It shows him sinking in quicksand on the TV as well. But there should also be another TV in the background showing it again and again
And again.
and again. That's how it works. And in my life, that is how it works. Sadly, because when I film for TV, it doesn't magically disappear, which is sad. Because I would love for it to.
No one
Anyways,
likes
we're reshooting on Wednesday, but that's not the point.
it.
That was the only error in the episode. There's a production note, but it's the same production note how they made it in 2001, aired in 2002.
No.
That's nothing. The trivia is good in
Yeah,
points.
what they have, it's fine. Go ahead.
I'm gonna abbreviate one of them because obviously it's three
It's too
sentences
fucking
too
long.
Yeah. So the first one is the Angry Nasty People show uses a laugh track.
Funny.
That is
Oh,
trivia.
Good trivia.
I
Thank
guess.
God. I
No,
know
No,
it
it's
would've
not.
been.
It's not trivia, Tim. It's a cartoon. Everything uses a laugh track.
No,
Even right there. No, I'm not putting a laugh track in.
you should-
Better.
I'm not going to. The movie theater, the bags are seen exiting list. The current movie playing is 1001 Dalmatians, a reference to the
That's
real
fine.
life novel, The 101 Dalmatians.
And the
It's
movie.
also a Disney movie, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
It's another 2 sentences saying that and then explaining what's different.
How they fucking changed it by putting Dill there.
Like, we know that. Like, it's
Yeah.
obvious.
Guys, we figured it out.
This episode shares its music with Everyone Wants to Direct, which Benton was in, Mondo Magic, and Bride of the Swamp Monster, which are all kind of spookier episodes, so I get that.
Jeez.
This is my favorite one. Whilst Benton is on the phone, he mentions his partner/boss's name, Lazo, sorry. This is probably a reference to Mike Lazo, who is the president of Adult Swim. At
Yep.
that time, he was also vice president of Cartoon Network. So
Yeah. And you didn't add that one?
I didn't add that. No.
Okay. So here's the fun thing. I've been racking my brain, and I haven't been racking that hard because I figured it out pretty quickly.
Shit.
The name Tarantella, and if you don't go to the character's shit. It's fine. But there's a song by Tom Waits. And I don't know if any of you know Tom Waits.
I know.
Yeah, God's
Tom
Way on
Waits.
Business. Yeah, Tom Waits. There's a song on the album Rain Dogs, which is a fucking phenomenal album, 1985. And there is, every time I heard the fucking name Tarantella, it just pinged this. Because there's a song on it called Tango Till They're Sore. And the opening lyric is, well, you play that Tarantella and all the hounds will start to roar.
Gotcha.
And
I'll add that to the trivia.
The exact same way.
I'll add that to the trivia right after we're done here.
That's a fun one there for you.
I gotcha.
Got to go through several leaps and bounds.
You oughta, dear listener, go listen to Rain Dogs.
Tom Waits called this shit. That's all I put.
That's actually what you should write.
I probably will.
Yep, that's a good one.
I mean, we've had to take
How
some really
quickly
bad
do you
shit
think
out of
your IP address is going to be banned from adding things?
He'll get a different one.
I mean, I don't see how they would, because they had, at one episode, we watched something that was literally racist in the trivia. And,
that's true. Yeah, never mind.
We're the ones who took it off.
The moderators have long since.
That's weird that we're the moderators for the Courage fandom.
We're the moderators now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a problem with that? Send your emails to at Matt
1, 2, 3, go fuck yourself.
At Matt Gates.
Yep.
At whitehouse.gov.
At Ron DeSantis.
That's a good
Those are where you can send your complaints.
That's it for trivia. Trivia's done. Also, I called it, and when we were watching it, that
you did.
The Lazo.
He did. He
did.
Yep. So, as a Adult Swim junkie, I have to do things like that.
I think you did great.
Thank you.
I think
you did great. I think everyone did well. I'm gonna give this. Shit. I went to jump the gun and I completely just went. I don't have anything. Nope. Fuck you. I give it 3 live stream bucket hats out of 5.
Bucket.
If you're not live streaming with a bucket hat, I mean, I don't know what the fuck.
That's what he puts on. He puts on a bucket hat.
Usually in the TV industry, it's usually a backpack. So yeah, you're right. It's funnier this way.
Backpack. I don't know, guys. Go, Tim, because
I got you. I got one. I will give this 3.5 Weird Laszlo's out of 5. Because if you don't know, a lot of people think Laszlo has a lot of weird things that he does. He's just kind of an awkward individual. So, Weird Laszlo's, which I don't think he would hate, because at one point he accepted it.
Nice.
Which is even weirder. So.
I'm gonna rate it 3 frog women out of 10.
Oh,
out of
good
10.
One.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a good
out
one.
Out of 10. Wow, Sheldon bumped the thing, and it's even worse now.
Yep. I thought this episode was fine. It wasn't great though.
It's basically just making fun of reality TV the whole time.
Which, to be
fair, I hate reality TV.
Well,
so fair
and I think that's the problem though, is we are so far away now. I think if we watched this in like 2002 and we were like where we were, it'd be fine. But the fact that we are like where we are, in the world, it's no longer like a funny haha.
Nope.
Well, I mean, there's been horrible things that have happened on reality TV, like.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know. It's also reality TV just sucks. But he fucking called it. It just escalated to shit.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty apparent back then. I mean, it's apparent now. Like, yeah,
it's not going anywhere.
Speaking of, the TV station I work for wants to do a reality TV show.
Nope.
Well,
It's been shut down.
and there you go, folks.
So many
Goodbye.
times.
See you later.
Tim's the
Bye.
problem. Bye.
Bye.